Let's bring out the heavyweights. Making his way to the blue corner, Jesse Cervantes.
So here we are to the heavyweight division. Jesse Cervantes fighting out of 10th Planet Corona. He's the second 10th Planet guy on the card tonight. He's coming off a 2-0 record, and he's fighting for that heavyweight title.
I like seeing the big guys go at it, especially for a strap.
Yes, very much so, because you know what happens a lot of times when you see these guys fighting the heavyweight division? First round knockout.
Yeah,
all the time.
Not the most cardio, but definitely a lot of hard hitting.
And you know, a lot of things you're starting to see with these heavyweights nowadays is you don't see the big heavyweight guys, you know, the kind of out of shape guys. You see them every once in a while. You're starting to see these superhuman, Hulk-looking guys, cut up, huge guys. They're in shape. They have okay cardio, but they have that Hulk strength, smash power.
Of course, and that's just the evolution of MMA. Like back in the day, we'd see the big Tank Abbott looking like, but now we have guys that look like Lesnar and Alistair Overeem is a perfect example.
Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, Shane Carwin. All these guys were the next level of heavyweights, and now these guys fighting at the heavyweight level in amateurs, these guys are the next breed of elite heavyweights stepping into the cage. And like I said, Jesse Cervantes is looking very, very good, looking in shape, and he looks ready.
And now making his way to the red corner, Jermaine McDermott.
So now we have another Extreme Couture guy on the card fighting out of Extreme Couture and Cena MMA, a local guy here. Jermaine McDermott, 2-0. And like I said, Jermaine looks like he's in phenomenal shape too. Both these fighters are very in-shape heavyweights, and they look like they have a lot of power. And I think we're going to see a first-round knockout, Joey.
Of course, it's both these guys are 2-0, so they've been in the cage. They know how it feels. They fought in front of people, and no one wants to, be 2-1. No one wants to turn their 0 into a 1. So we're going to see a lot of hungry heavyweights over here, man.
But like we said previously, 2-0, 1-0s.
Gotta go.
There you go. So we're here with Tough Enough, and you know what? One thing, like I said in the past, they bring great fights, they have great fighters, and they know how to entertain and keep the fans interested. The best mixed martial arts amateur promotion in the world.
Easily.
Jermaine steps into the cage, and Justin Bernard to call it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. All for the Tough Enough Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, standing in the blue corner with 2 wins and no losses, fighting out of 10th Planet Corona and Dominant Breed Boxing, Corona, California, Jesse Cervantes. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with 2 wins and no losses, fighting out of Extreme Couture and Sin MMA, Las Vegas, Nevada, Jermaine McDermott. Referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Mark Smith.
All right, gentlemen, for the heavyweight title, you got your instructions earlier. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands. If you like to touch gloves, be ready to fight.
So both fighters go to their respective sides, and I'll tell you what, Joey, we can tell these fans don't blink because there's going to be a knockout quick.
Oh, yeah, I got a highlight reel. It just smells like a highlight reel knockout.
I can see it right now. And that's what I love about the heavyweight division is you start getting these guys in there. And Mark Smith is a big guy himself as a ref, and these guys are bigger than him. So I'm telling you, we're going to see some fireworks tonight. Nice head kick there by Cervantes. Doesn't connect, though. McDermott reads it.
It's another Southpaw Orthodox matchup as well. Jermaine McDermott in the Southpaw stance.
Both fighters moving all across the cage, moving around. Good body shot there by McDermott. Good knee to the body. Cervantes answered right back to him.
And that knee just echoed through the whole stadium. Everyone heard that.
You know, but me and you as a fighter, we know that the ones that echo aren't the ones that hurt. It's the ones you don't hear that hurt the most.
The thud, yes.
Both fighters doing really good at utilizing their length on each other. Good leg kick by McDermott. Very good head shot there. Good uppercut, utilizing the cage good. Cervantes really swinging for the fences, but McDermott has him against the cage and is landing some heavy body shots on him, Joey.
And McDermott seems to be putting that pressure on, knowing what he's doing, exchanging knees right here.
Both fighters circle back to the center, and man, we've seen some action nonstop. They're starting to tire out. A couple, they're both, breathing just a little heavy, not much, but that's what you got to expect when you're watching these heavyweights at this level.
McDermott's coming in swinging.
Yeah, he is, and he's landing every single time. He's got a good underhook there, looking for some good body shots. Good knees, excellent knees by McDermott. He's being very, very accurate right now. Cervantes, the one thing that he does not want to do is stay against that cage. He needs to circle out and try to get his opponent against the cage or completely break off, Joey.
Of course, and yeah, he needs that underhook. He needs that underhook and needs to switch his hips and get off the cage. But McDermott is blasting him with...
He is landing these unbelievable uppercuts, and Cervantes is taking them, and it doesn't seem to be phasing him as much, but McDermott's putting power behind these. And
it surprised me, it's very accurate.
Very good job on Cervantes on circling away from the cage and pushing off his opponent and getting back to the middle. I'm telling you, Cervantes has got a chin of granite, man, because those were heavy punches.
And McDermott's accuracy and his precision is what surprised me most.
This is that old school couture right here you're talking about, keeping that one overhook and keeping him against the cage and doing a little dirty boxing.
Yep, dirty boxing. It is effective.
He's doing a very good job. Every time he throws a punch, he's landing it. Good knees. He's switching between knees to the body and uppercuts and, that left hook to the head, and he's throwing body shots. He's mixing it up out there. Very versatile for a heavyweight, I must say.
Of course, and he's given a lot for Cervantes to think about against the cage.
Cervantes landing some punches now.
And these guys are just toe-to-toe swinging it.
Yeah, they are, and I'm telling you, McDermott is giving it all he's got, and what a great first round in the heavyweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you fight in the heavyweight division for the title. Tough Enough bringing it to you only here at the South Point Arena. I'm telling you, what a great night for fights. Labor Day weekend in Las Vegas. Can't ask for much more, Joey.
Nope. I mean, we got what we wanted, and now we got a second round out of this fight. So really, it's like Christmas came early for me.
And with these fighters, one thing about a second round is we got to say, how good is that cardio?
Of course, I want to see how good. I want to see both of these guys gas tanks, and I have a funny feeling it's actually going to be surprisingly good.
Well, let's see. These guys, they train at top caliber gyms, 10th Planet and Extreme Couture. Let's see if those caliber gyms got their cardio on point, so they are going to be going into a second round for this title fight. Here we go as their cornermen clear the cage. They're getting ready to lock it up. Mark Smith's telling both fighters get ready. They'll be checking their mouthpieces right now. Here we go in that second round, Joey. Both fighters just filling each other out right now.
Oh, watch out for McDermott with those big bombs coming straight in.
Yeah, he seems to be loading up that left hand there. That's his power hand when you're standing in that southpaw position. Oh, and he throws that right hook and gets Cervantes against the cage. Very nice.
And I like his game plan. He sees that Cervantes is having a hard time getting his back off the cage, so he's just going to put all that weight on him and just kind of make him pay for it.
And, on these heavyweight divisions, one thing that they know how to utilize, they know how to utilize their weight.
Of course.
Whether it's on the ground or against the cage, these guys are very smart at recognizing when to use their weight and when not to. Cervantes trying to throw that high head kick there and doesn't land.
You got to be impressed with the flexibility of these heavyweights, though.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of head kicks, especially at this level in the heavyweight division. Good job by McDermott there, landing a couple of shots and getting his opponent against the cage again and utilizing that dirty boxing again. It seemed it had been working in the first round. Why not continue to do it?
Of course.
Landing some. Looks like he's got like some boxing slips there. Yeah,
great rope-a-dope head movement from McDermott.
Yes, very much so. Cervantes there got clipped a little bit, but McDermott seems to be moving forward, looking to land that money shot. Good leg kick. Using that body weight again, getting him against the cage. And Cervantes, one thing that is not scoring points for him is being against the cage.
Those big knees from McDermott, trying to find their way home.
Very good body shots by McDermott here. He's landing three body shots. Good uppercut, misses with a straight left. But he's keeping pressure. And I'm telling you, this is an excellent display of Extreme Couture. Grind in your face, dirty boxing.
Yeah, I don't think McDermott has given Cervantes, even 10 seconds to breathe. He's always on him. Yeah,
Cervantes is breathing very heavy right now. Mouthpiece a little hanging out the round elbow and got a little kick to the, the cup area there. Where, it happens. It happens.
Especially, like I said, with southpaws. Southpaw's power kick is their left leg, and we know when you go for those inside leg kicks against orthodox fighters, it always just finds a way to the cup. It's just no way of explaining it.
It really does, because their left leg and their left hand is their power leg, so the guy's trying to circle away from it, so when he steps, it just lands there, but wasn't intentional. It happens. Mark Smith making sure that Cervantes is okay. Fighter safety, of course, always is number one, especially at Tough Enough. Cervantes says he's ready to go, and we're back at it. Here we go.
It's a good little break for them to catch their breaths.
Yeah. Cervantes looking a little bit more refreshed there. Mouthpiece isn't hanging out the mouth so much. Lands a good straight right. McDermott looks... Oh, head kick lands. Oh, played a little possum on him there. These guys are swinging for the fences, Joey, and I'm telling you what, they want that belt.
We got sweat. We got everything on us. Looks like someone lost a mouthpiece. I think it was McDermott.
McDermott, though, he gets the takedown, ends up on top. Very, very good second round. These guys came to fight.
He did play possum there for a minute, didn't he?
He did. He acted like it stunned, and then he came with that weeping right hand and left and right, and now they're on the ground. He can finish this. Oh, he doesn't have the angle, but I don't think he's going to finish this. But another great round. Second round. Looks like we're going to see a third one here, Joey.
You can tell that these guys want that belt, and they've definitely not disappointed anyone.
Not at all. This definitely, if I'd have to say, I'd say this is so far the fight of the night.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, especially coming from heavyweights, man. This is
you don't see a pace like that in heavyweights, especially at this level. Both these guys are in phenomenal shape. Cervantes there looking like he's breathing a little hard, and so is McDermott. But I'll tell you what, Joey, they put on a great fight so far.
I kept going on and on about the lighter weight classes. This is the fight, heaviest weight class on the card. It's got me at the super edge of my seat.
I know. Look at us. Both of us expected a knockout, and both these guys throwing haymakers. And here we are. 6 minutes later, we're in the third round, and right now I got to score McDermott 2-0.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Even though he ate a pretty big head kick in that last round.
He got the takedown at the end to seal the deal, though, and was working on submission. And a lot of times, the refs are going to go for the person who finishes the round strongest, and McDermott did that. Mark Smith to call the start to this third round. Both fighters are ready. Both fighters breathing a little hard, catching that breath. And here we go for the haymaker in the championship round. This is for that gold strap. Good job by McDermott landing that straight two straight down the pipe.
Yeah, he's standing pretty flat-footed. He's trying to get a lot of power in that straight.
Good job by utilizing his body weight there to get the takedown of Cervantes.
And I'm not going to... These guys, if you're not here, these guys make this cage look like a playpen. It's just, these are very big individuals, and they're showing amazing heart and cardio.
Very much so, and like he's saying, they make this look like a playpen. But one thing that they're also doing, too, is every time they come towards that cage, this whole thing rocks.
Yeah.
Every time they go for a takedown, a line of punch, it echoes through the whole stadium. These guys are throwing with amazing power. They have amazing cardio, and they have amazing size. Beautiful work by McDermott right there to use a little bit of a peek out, kind of like a slide by to get to the back there. He's going for that choke again. He almost had it at the end of the second round. It's kind of hard to get that choke without a hook in. At least one, Joey.
Of course, and right now, he takes his back, muscles him to the ground. When all else fails, you might as well muscle your guy, right?
And like we said, when you're in the heavyweight division, that is a lot of weight, because not only are you carrying your own weight, you're carrying your opponent's weight. And heavyweight's anywhere between 207 pounds all the way up to 266.
Yep. So you can be 500 pounds of muscle getting thrown around in here.
Good job by Cervantes. Oh, almost capitalized and got the roll. McDermott right now working ground and pound. Cervantes has got a lot of blood coming from his mouth. McDermott looking for that choke again. He is very eager to land that submission.
He wants that choke. He wants that submission victory.
Both fighters showing extreme heart, extreme cardio, especially McDermott here, man. He is grinding out his opponent. The ref telling Cervantes there not to grab the cage, telling him he can't grab the cage. McDermott's just standing there. If I'm Mark Smith, if he doesn't try to advance this position soon, I'm going to stand him up.
Of course. And I want to see these guys stand up.
Yeah, I know. You know, in the heavyweight, you really don't see it go all 3 rounds like this. You don't see them grind it out like this. These fighters have great cardio. McDermott, obviously, the better cardio at this point. Definitely the better ground game. If I'm Cervantes right now, I just got to do a technical stand-up, break the hands, and turn towards my opponent and try to get a knockout punch because there's only 20 seconds left in this fight.
And, you know, like I said, these guys are the big individuals, so most likely they are gassed, and they're just trying to survive the round.
Yeah, and, you know, it's very, very hard for Cervantes to just explode up after this is the 3rd round and having all that weight. 10 seconds left, and I'm going to have to say that McDermott wins this. Hands down, unanimous decision. You know, the judges are going to score 30-27. Great job to both these fighters for putting on the fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what.
Amazing. You know, so far right now it's fight of the night. And, yeah, I do agree with you. It is McDermott. I think it'll walk away with this title. But, you know, both guys deserve a standing O. I mean, it's amazing.
Very much so. Both fighters showing excellent respect for each other. You know, a lot of people, you know, they see the trash talking part of MMA, especially you guys got like Chael Sonnen who have a degree in this stuff.
Of course.
And, you know, all that trash talking is said after these 2 guys step in the cage and they fight, win or lose, they both respect each other 99% of the time. And right there, they just showed great sportsmanship. Both these guys are exhausted. They definitely left it all in the cage, and Tough Enough definitely knows how to pick those heavyweights and do a great fight. Hands down to, you know, this organization putting together great fights. You know, Jeff Meyer, Barry Meyer, the brothers, you know, the owners of Tough Enough, and then Carrie Hartney putting together amazing fights. She calls these fighters. She talks to the managers. She gets these fights organized, and, man, does she know how to pick a fight card. Tough Enough better not ever lose her.
Of course, you know, she definitely knows that styles make fights, and you know what? She puts together fights that complement both fighters as well. So,
and you know, tonight on this card, I don't think we've seen one bad fight. They've all been great, excellent fights. Justin Bernard to call the winner of this fight right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight championship belt is brought to you by Glenn Lerner and Associates. After 3 rounds of war, we have your winner by unanimous decision and new Tough Enough heavyweight champion, Jermaine McDermott.
So Jermaine McDermott is the new heavyweight champion. He improves to 3-0. That's an amazing feeling getting that strap put around you. I'll tell you what, Joey.
Yeah, it really is. Trust me. Well, you know firsthand.
Standing here with the champ, Jermaine McDermott. What a war in the cage. What was the game plan coming up against Jesse Cervantes?
To fight and win.
To fight and win. You got to thank anybody out here tonight?
I got to thank everybody. First God, my family and friends, my coaches, facilities, and the fans. Thank you very much.
Definitely exhausted. Your new heavyweight champ, Tough Enough's Jermaine McDermott, ladies and gentlemen.